Everybody knows that boxing is a dangerous sport, from the weight cuts to the sparring to the fighting. Some people even sadly losing their lives in the ring. But I had one of those experiences on the same level, and it's honestly the craziest story I've ever had in boxing. And thankfully, I'm still here, but I ultimately almost lost my life. My name's Dean. I'm an amateur boxer with over 20 fights, looking to go pro in the near future. If you guys like boxing content or you just like boxing videos, then go ahead, drop a subscription before the video starts, and let's get into it. So this story happened about 3 years ago, and it all based around sparring. So throughout the video, you guys will see clips of the actual day from my Snapchat memories and things like that. But it all based around us going to spar at one gym that we all been to before, called Grand Ice City. So we all meet up at the gym. Our friend Andrew is actually driving us up there. Andrew, I believe at the time, had about 2, maybe 3 fights. But just like any other day, we're just going to spar. So we all get in the car, we head up there. So everything's just a pretty normal day. But we get there, and that's when things get a little weird. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, I'm a very big believer in like gut feelings and just vibes. And something about the vibes that day was a little sketchy, and I'm not sure if that's just me looking back on it, but I definitely remember before we left feeling a little sketchy. But sparring goes down, everything goes fine. I actually did pretty good sparring with my boy Kari. He's a great fighter out of Georgia. If y'all know him, y'all know he's a great fighter. But I do remember right before we left, and this is something that I'll always remember about this story. Everybody's packing up, we're about to leave, it's dark outside, it's about 8, 9, 10 o'clock, something like that, I'm not too sure. I remember him dapping up and being like, all right, y'all be safe, drive safe, people crazy, or something along those natures. I remember him telling us to be safe, and at that point, I didn't think nothing really of it, but something did strike me the wrong way, if that makes sense. Because, let's be honest, you'll hear people all the time say, be safe, or, you know, drive safe, stuff like that. But something about this one just felt weird. So we leave the gym, I'm not thinking of it. Driving back, we're just talking about the day, chilling in the car, cutting up, laughing, ha ha ha. Same old, same old. I remember looking down on my phone and I'm just texting, checking Instagram, texting, Snapchat, whatever. And all I hear is Andrew yell out, oh shit, and I believe Christian yelled out as well, oh shit, watch out. And then next thing I know, it felt like I had been hit by like a flashbang in like Call of Duty or something. It was so instant, I didn't even get to see what happened. I just remember being like dazed. And everything was moving very, 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 very slow.
I guess it made, I don't know. And just because, like, sometimes you've seen me before, sometimes. Oh,
shit! And like I said, this felt like probably 30, 45 seconds, a minute. But in reality, it was probably only like 10, 15 seconds. But all I can remember is hearing that ringing in my ear, being dazed. And I've never really been a huge believer in the supernatural or like religious or anything like that. Like, I've always believed there's something, I'll put it that way. But I've never been like honed into something or had any like super crazy natural experiences. But the only crazy supernatural experience I had was when my grandfather died. And when my grandfather died, I don't think a lot of people know this in my family. I think I told my girlfriend this and like some of my buddies, but nobody really knows this. When my grandfather died, the night after he died, we spent the night at their house. And I had a dream that he visited me in my dream, and it wasn't like scary at all. It felt like an actual conversation that lasted like 12 hours, but it was only like probably an hour in real time. I'm not too sure, but I do remember him saying that everything was gonna be fine. People are watching over me. I'm gonna be okay. Like, everything's gonna be fine. But I don't remember the rest of the conversation, even though it was like 8 hours. I don't know if it's just something in my brain, or maybe it was superstition, or maybe it was something supernatural. I'm not sure. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments. Personally, I think it was something that I just cannot explain, and I would consider that supernatural. And I never had another dream or another conversation, I guess you could say, in my dream with my grandfather or anything like that until the car wreck. In the car wreck, even though I don't think about him daily or sometimes even weekly or anything like that, I do think about it from time to time. I remember as soon as I got in the car wreck, I just kept hearing like, you're gonna be okay, everything's fine. And I didn't even have to think about who was talking to me. I just knew it was him. I guess if you've never been in an experience like that, or if you never had a supernatural experience like that, you couldn't really relate to that. But I do remember specifically hearing my grandfather's voice, or what just felt like my grandfather's voice, being like, chill out, breathe, calm down, you're gonna be okay. But after like I finally gather my stuff, I'm still in coach mode because our head coach had trusted me to take the guys out as well as myself to get some sparring because he wasn't going to be able to make it. So my first thought is like, yo, is everybody okay? Are y'all good? I hear Christian groaning, and it doesn't sound like like super painful groan. It's more of just like damn, I just got hit by a car, So I'm like, cool, Christian's good. I hear Andrew. My boy Harold is sitting to the right of me. So I'm like, Harold, are you good? And I don't hear any response. I push Harold. Harold like kind of bumps into me or like leans on me, and at that moment I really did think that Harold had passed away next to me, and I like lost it. I didn't really know what to think, so I pushed him again. He actually like started talking. He woke up, he was good. I'm like, yo, let's get the hell out of the car, make sure like there's no fire, nothing finna happen. Let's get out, make sure everybody's safe, and then we can kind of conjoin on what happened. So 911 ends up getting called. They're pulling up. We're checking with the other driver. We're making sure he's okay. Everybody walked away fine. Thank God. I believe we got hit at the turning lane and then slid, I want to say at least 30 to 50 yards. We tore some of the concrete up off the curb. It was pretty bad. I'm surprised we didn't hit another car, thank God, or flip or hit a tree or anything. Honestly, we were pretty damn lucky. First people I called, I called my parents, then I called Trey, and I called our other head coach just to let them know everything that happened. So everybody's on the phone. We're trying to wait for the cops to get here, wait for the ambulance to get here. I'm talking to Trey. He's like, look, you need to get an ambulance because 1, y'all just sparred. 2, y'all just got in a car wreck. I don't want any long-term damage for any of y'all. Y'all make sure everything's okay. My parents are freaking out. They're making sure okay. They don't know if they need to come up and get us or what's happening. I'm like, yo, everybody's okay. We're going to go to the hospital, get checked out. Somebody's mom's going to come pick us up, and I'll be home tonight. Like, I promise you I'll be home tonight. So the ambulance gets there. The cops get there. Every, whatever, just start getting there. And the first thing that we're told by the cops, which is not at all what any of us wanted to hear in this moment, is like, oh, y'all should have been dead. What? In my mind, there are so many other things you can say in that situation. Why was that the first thing that y'all said? I think we got to the hospital around 10 or 11 and didn't leave till 5 a.m. Andrew's mom finally got there. She brought us back. And then, yeah, I got home at about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I did not wake up in probably till 4 p.m. Had a call to work. But yeah, till this day, that still remains probably my craziest boxing story ever. From one, because that's like, hearing that you should have died and you lived, that makes you think about a lot of things differently. And another thing that just makes that the craziest story is the fact of hearing my grandfather's voice and immediately knowing it was him and just feeling like something was there. It was just like a really weird supernatural thing for me. I don't know if my brain or my body was playing tricks on me, but like over the years, I've always thought about that, like piecing everything together of like, why did I had that one conversation when he passed and never again? And then also, why did his voice pop up in the car wreck? Like, maybe I have a guardian angel. I'm honestly not sure. I would like to think I do personally. I believe I do. But I don't know. If y'all ever had something like that happen, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's the first time I really had those kind of experiences, and honestly, it's just crazy to me. So that's gonna wrap it up for the video here, guys. But if you did enjoy it, which I'm sure you did, you made it all the way to the end, make sure to drop a follow or subscribe, whatever it is on YouTube. Comment, like, share, full shebang. Tell somebody you love them. Don't let nobody ruin your day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.